Love conundrums.
Love conundrums.
Conundrums of love.
Hi! So I thought I'd start this series because I get a lot of emails asking me about love conundrums, and as somebody who has had 2.5 boyfriends, I obviously feel equipped to answer them. So let's start with Beck, who sent me a message asking if I could make a video about how hard it is for a nerd girl to get a boyfriend. I'm 14 and my guy friends only care about the good-looking girls that they have nothing in common with. How did you get a boyfriend? Well, Beck, I'm going to ignore the fact it sounds like you're saying, how did you get a boyfriend? But firstly, let's talk about the fact that you're 14. Now, firstly, when I was 14, my mum used to say to me, Nat, boy equals sec. So, firstly, make sure your parents are cool with your dating because it's important that they know who you're spending your time with. And if they're cool with it, then honestly, I wouldn't waste my time liking boys who don't show any interest in you. I spent so much of my teenage years wasting my time liking boys who were never ever going to like me back. I pretended I liked surfing, like skating. I even pretended I liked motorbikes.
I can't believe you like motorbikes. I love motorbikes too. What's your favorite motorbike?
And in all these years since, I've never once regretted the fact or thought about the fact that I never dated one of them. It's never bothered me. In fact, my first real boyfriend, I guess, and I bonded over the fact that we both played musical instruments, which is so nerdy. But it was great because it meant we actually shared something in common and I didn't need to pretend.
Are you playing an instrument? You said you were going to go fix your motorbike. I'm 14, man. I can't drive.
And now I'm 27 and I'm still on my provisional license. But yeah, Beck, if I were you, I would just stay positive and know that somebody will eventually come along who you share the same interests with, and more importantly, someone who shares interest in you. I didn't really start dating till I was 17, and I know that seems like a while away right now, but looking back, that was still pretty young, so don't worry, it'll all work out. And now we have Winnie, who has both a love conundrum and a life conundrum, because my husband won't watch Game of Thrones with me, and we fight about it all the time. Well, Beck, that's probably because Game of Thrones sucks, and if I were your husband, I would fight with you all the time as well. I'm joking, I would just make out with you. But the way I would deal with this dilemma is I would make a man pillow and hug that while I watched my TV show.
This week on The Bachelor.
Or you could do the sensible couple thing and compromise and find a better show to watch. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not really. Game of Thrones sucked, and that whole don't spoil what happens in the Red Wedding thing that was all over Facebook and Twitter. It's pretty obvious what happens in the Red Wedding from the title, right? She wears a red wedding dress. Outrageous much. No, I don't know. Anyway, if you have a love conundrum or a life conundrum, leave it in the comments below or send in a video response. And tune in on Wednesday if you're in the Asia Pacific region, or Tuesday everywhere else, and maybe we can solve it together. Because if you solve a love conundrum, it just becomes a love. See you then.